Okay, so I just got my good enough par meter from Mr. Green in the mail, and I was gonna do some good enough measurements on my LED fixture here. Anyway, this is my 165 gallon. It's about 22.5 inches tall, including the Euro brace. So any of the water line's probably around 20 inches off the bottom of the tank. Substrate's probably about 20 inches from the top of the tank, and then the light is The light is 20.5 inches from the water surface. So anyway, these I hope to God this thing overestimates, because I have my XML. I have 28 XML running at around approximately 1500 milliamps. I have to measure it to be sure. And all my all the XPGs, of which I have 24, are running at 1 amp, so 1000 milliamps. Anyway, here are a couple of measurements for you. I'm going to measure directly under one of my panels so that you're getting accurate measurements. It does vary a little bit if you go between the panels and such, but anyway, so at the surface above the water, I'm reading 330 par. 332 actually if you round. So I'm going to go down to about 3 inches. I have around 252 par, 251. I go down to 8 inches underwater. It's hard to hold this thing. That's about 8 inches. I'm reading about 230 par. About a foot. 210 par. And then this is about 2 inches off the bottom of the tank. 154. So we're on my main mound here. There might be some shadows and stuff. I'm reading 170 par. So about a foot from the panel. .560 par. About 8 inches from the panel. 787 par. Even standing in front of the tank, holding the sensor at eye level, looking towards the light, and reading about 22 par. That's about 2.5 feet from the actual fixture. See if I can get down one of the shadows here. So here's about 13 inches down, kind of under the wood. 120 par, 117, 18. Significant amount of light in this tank. It looks like I'm going to have to drop it down by about a third, or 2/3, sorry. Directly under a branch here. I don't know if you can see this in the video, but oh wow. Directly under it, it says I have 3 par. Right next to it, 174. So anyway, I was gunning for around 60 par at the gravel there. I can't believe these readings. Towards the front of the tank, 120 at 3.5 inches, 6 inches, 145, 10 inches, 180. So now you can see I'm back in the cone of the light beam coming down. Foot. 176, 174, 15 inches, 180. I think I'm around 18 inches here, I can't really see. 170. Here I'm at 130. 150. And way too much light. Just under the surface, oh, let's say at the surface, under this panel, 333. This panel, 345, oh, 340. The second panel from the left, 326, 330. Leftmost panel, 284. So that string is actually missing. Oh no, it's got all the sun, just like that. Quite a drastic difference. Anyway, yeah, so I got to at least half my light. I was looking for highlight, but not SPS quality light. If I had this fixture running over the tank, I'd have no problem at all throwing SPS under this thing. Right there at the surface, right now I got 300 par. Like, you know, it's a lot of freaking light. Mr. Green was saying it does get erratic as you get too close to it. But anyway, you can kind of see how the inverse square that Hoppy always talks about. Anyway, I'm up about 4 inches from the light. I got 1350. I drop another inch. I got around 800. Now it's 6 inches away. Oh, it's a little bit erratic. It's hard to get a reading. 1391 right there, which you can't see. About 7 inches away, got around 800. About a foot away, 700. And it keeps dropping off. So it was Hoppy's idea to raise the light up that high. He said that if you really raise your light up nice and high, the power levels over the tank the differences become less drastic as you go down. So instead of going from 400 to 100 over the height of the tank, you can go from 200 to 100 just by bumping your light up a couple feet. So anyway, I don't know if anyone's fully seen my setup. I got a fan on there right now because I found it was running a little too hot. So I gotta order one online and install one, but anyway, you can see how high, like these are the measurements I was just taking and telling you. You can see how high my panel is. You can see how tall the tank is. The tank's 22 inches, so you can see how high I am above it. It's a 6-foot tank. Anyway, there's some good enough power measurements.